Welcome to Cory's Stories. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Make sure that you're laid down in bed. You're trying to be still and quiet so that you can relax your body and let go of your busy day. Heidi, Cherry, Vaya had gone over to Tucker and Leo's house. Tucker and Leo were getting ready to settle down for the night. It was about 7 in the evening. It wasn't too late, but the sun had already gone down. The cats knocked on Tucker and Leo's door, and Tucker opened the door and said, "Oh, hello. What are you doing here?" Cherry said, Well, let me tell you. It's been the most boring week, Tucker. It's been so boring. I've been so bored. I've been hanging out with my friends. Nothing exciting happening. We went to the library. Very boring. We went to the beach. That was lovely. Still not that great. I'm just like, what would you say? Craving excitement. I'm craving excitement. And I said to Heidi and Vaya, come on, let's go over to Tucker and Leo's house because it's about time that we were human again. And I'm really excited about it because I need some excitement in my life because, I love being a cat and everything. But, sometimes you're very limited. You're so limited to what you can do as a cat. Well, not me because, I'm like awesome and I can do a lot as a cat. But anyway, to get to the point, Tucker, do you mind getting your stone and turning us into humans again? Because I'd really like to have some fun tonight. I just really need some fun. It's Saturday night. It's been a boring week. And I want to go out and just have a little bit of fun, just some fun. Tucker said, "Oh, okay then. Come on in." Everyone came into the house. Tucker went onto the back garden. He went to where the Buddha statue was on the back garden. He digged up his stone. He brushed the dirt off it and held it up to the moon. The moon was bright tonight. It was a full moon and it was shining really big in the sky, and it looked super low down. The light instantly started to shine through the stone. The golden veins lit up. The white opal stone got super bright. And then the angel appeared. She was moving her wings back and forth. And Tucker said, "Hello, my angel." The angel looked at Tucker and smiled. "You get one wish. Just one wish." Tucker said, "Oh, I know. And tonight I would like to make me and my friends and some of my new friends humans." By the time Tucker walked through the back doors back into the house, he was in his human body. He had a baseball cap on. He was wearing a baseball jacket. It was navy blue and it had white stripes down the sleeves. And he had some dark jeans on. He was wearing his black sneakers and a white t-shirt. He looked over to everyone else in the kitchen. Heidi was there. She had on a bright yellow sweatshirt and she was wearing some skinny jeans. Vaya was wearing a white dress. The dress had a big, bright red love heart on the front, right over her chest. And the love heart had sparkles on it that went up and down and changed colours if you run your hand over it. It was very pretty. And she had a red bow in her hair. And also red cherry drop earrings. Her earrings were cherries. They were super cute. Cherry was wearing some overalls, some denim overalls with a bright red t-shirt underneath. Leo
was wearing his khaki trousers with a white t-shirt and brown Vans. The doorbell rang, and when Tucker opened the door, D'Angelo was stood there with his friend Finn. D'Angelo looked very suave tonight. He was wearing a denim jacket with black jeans and a black t-shirt. And Finn, who was D'Angelo's friend, was wearing a white t-shirt and just denim jeans. Finn had quite long hair, and he had it up in a ponytail that was shaped into a bun. You know, like a boy bun. He had really blonde, curly hair, so some of the curls were kind of wisping around his face. Finn had not met anyone else before. This was the first time he was going to meet the other people. And then, walking up the path, behind D'Angelo and Finn, was Sasha and her friend Malibu. Sasha ran instantly through the door, pushed past Tucker, and ran to give Leo a hug.
"It's been ages," she said. "I'm so glad I get to see you again."
Sasha had her hair in 2 Princess Leia buns. She got pink ribbons around them, and she was wearing a pink tank top with a pink skirt. Her friend, Malibu, was wearing a black hoodie, black jeans, black sneakers, and a black cap. They looked very different, and this was the first time Malibu had met all of the friends. Finn and D'Angelo came into the house, and everyone hugged and said hello. D'Angelo introduced everyone to Finn, his friend, and then Sasha introduced everyone to Malibu, her friend.
Cherry said, "I have the bestest idea. I have the bestest idea, right? One of my friends told me about a putt golf game place that's not too far away. Does anybody feel like going?"
Everybody agreed that that sounded like a really fun thing to do.
"I know what," she said. "Let's split into teams, boys against girls."
On the way there, they were all discussing what the teams were going to be called. All the boys decided, after quite a discussion, that they were going to be called Hole-in-One Heroes, because they were going to win the girls. The girls said no way, Jose, and their team name was going to be called Swing Queens, as in swing your golf club, swing. Swing Queens, because they were queens.
They were princesses, and they were queens.
The girls were egging on the boys about how much they were going to beat them. They were going to beat them to a pulp. They were going to beat them so good that the boys were going to be crying by the end of the game. And the boys were coming back with, "We're going to beat you. You guys are going to be so embarrassed. Girls aren't good at golf. Girls are rubbish at golf." They were basically teasing each other the whole way there. Mr. Kitty, D'Angelo, was giving Vaya a piggyback. The whole way to the golf place, they were talking and catching up. Vaya said,
"So tell me about what you've been doing at school. How's school?"
D'Angelo told Vaya all about the latest things he's been doing at school, the fact that he joined one of the baseball teams and he'd been really enjoying it. Vaya told him that she'd been practicing music. She'd been trying to learn the piano. Heidi was walking with Leo. Leo was scratching his armpits. Heidi said, "Are you nervous? What's going on?" Leo said, "Well, yeah, anytime anybody new's around, I always get nervous. And I don't know who these people are." Then Sasha caught up to Heidi and Leo. She put her arm through Leo's arm and told him that everything was fine because Sasha was there and they were going to have the bestest time and to not be nervous and to not be shy and to not be embarrassed. And she was sure that Finn and Malibu were really awesome. Otherwise, they wouldn't be friends with their friends, because they were all awesome. Malibu was very loud and talkative, and Cherry wasn't sure about it at first. Cherry was the loud one. Cherry was so used to being center of attention, she wasn't used to being second to the loudest. So for a while there, Cherry talked very loud about everything. OMG, and then that one time, right, Tucker? Laughing super loud, exaggerating everything that she was doing as if she was so funny, and she was so loud, and she was so popular, and she was just so cute, and she was just so everything. Really, she was just uncomfortable because she didn't know Malibu. And Malibu looked to be quite the opposite of Cherry. Malibu was loud, but in a different way. Malibu was quite boyish. Cherry was loud and open and confident, but Malibu was dressed kind of really cool, all in black with her big black sweatshirt and her black sneakers and her black cap and her black baggy jeans. She looked more like she was a bit more of a, what would you say, like maybe a tomboy or something? And she just oozed confidence, and she was laughing, and her laugh was quite deep and loud, and she seemed to be attracted to Tucker. They instantly got along very well, and Tucker was talking to her about all sorts, and they were laughing, and Malibu was elbowing Tucker and pushing him, and he was like falling over in the street while they were walking, and he was laughing about something, and she was laughing, and Cherry did not like it very much at all. So Cherry pretended that she was having so much fun with Heidi and Vaya and D'Angelo and Leo. Oh, you guys are so funny. Like really, really exaggerating a laugh. But by the time they got to the putt place, which was called Dude, Where's My Paw? Actually, Malibu had slowed down and started walking next to Cherry, and they started to talk to each other a little bit, and then, within minutes, they became the best of friends. They had a lot in common. They liked a lot of the same things. They had very similar personalities. It's just that one was a little bit more boyish, and the other one was just a little bit more girlish. But together, they were instantly super cool together. This made Cherry feel a lot better, and she calmed down a bit. She stopped being so extreme, so extremely funny, so extremely confident, so extremely popular. Look at me, I'm so awesome. She toned it down when she realized that Malibu was actually really cool. When they got into the golf place, they all teamed up into their teams, the boys against the girls, the hole-in-one heroes against the swing queens. Who was going to win? They made it so that even though they were boys against girls, they actually teamed up who they went against each time. So Tucker paired up with Cherry. Leo paired up with Sasha. Vaya paired up with D'Angelo. Malibu paired up with Finn. And then they realized that Heidi was the odd person out. Heidi, for a second, wished that Poe had come, so she didn't feel so odd one out. But everyone else was super cool about it, and Heidi ended up pairing up with Malibu and Finn. Malibu and Finn didn't know each other, and neither did Heidi know them, so it was all equal ground, and they all got to know each other as they played the game. And it happened to be that Heidi was on the best team because Cherry and Tucker were absolutely terrible at putt-putt golf. Vaya and D'Angelo were quite good. It was between Vaya and D'Angelo and Malibu, Finn, and Heidi. Leo and Sasha were that busy catching up and talking and just staring at each other instead of focusing on the game that they were terrible too. So, it was Vaya, D'Angelo, basically against Heidi, Finn, and Malibu. The putt golf place was really, really awesome. It had 20 different parts to it. And at each of the different parts, you counted how many shots it took, how many swings it took to actually get your ball into the hole. By round 15, Tucker and Cherry had decided that they were that bad at this that they were going to go and get some Cokes from the refreshment place. They'd bring everybody else back something. Vaya and D'Angelo together were very competitive. They were taking it so seriously. Vaya was like, "We've got this. We can do this." They kept forgetting that it was boys against girls. The pairs that they all paired into against each other ended up working for each other most of the time. It got super confusing, to the point where by the time they got to the 18th part, everybody had kind of given up on the fact that it was boys against girls, and they were all just in their teams, playing, having fun, enjoying themselves. When they were finished, they realized it had took them about an hour to get through the whole thing, and it was getting quite late. They were only allowed to stay out till a certain time. So after the golf, they all kind of sat down at one of the refreshment tables, caught up, had a good laugh, chatted, drank the Cokes and the Sprites, and they had their chips and their nachos and their popcorn. And then, eventually, they all had to say goodbye to each other. As they were all walking home, Cherry said, "OMG, I like golf. I'm absolutely terrible at it, but I really liked it. Did you like it, Tucker?" Tucker said, "No, not really. It's a bit boring." He wasn't impressed. Leo said to Sasha that he was super excited because his parents might be going to Mexico for a trip and he might get to see Sasha, even though Leo had got no idea where his parents were going in Mexico, and Sasha told him that Mexico was quite a big place, and the odds are that they're going to the same place is pretty slim. But Leo was still happy about it because he might get to see her. Vaya and Mr. Kitty held hands all the way back. They were talking about when they would get to see each other again and how fun it was. Vaya blushed. D'Angelo's hand was all warm and sweaty, and it was making her hand warm and sweaty. But she still liked him. Finn ended up getting on really, really well with Malibu, which made Sasha happy. And also, D'Angelo liked the fact that Finn fitted in the group, and everyone liked him. And what's not to like, because Finn was super cute. And Malibu was very, very cool. I wonder what Finn is like as a dog. Or cat. And what's Malibu? Is Malibu a dog or a cat? Interesting. Until next time. The end.